Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today it's Monday the 17th of April and I've just come out here. This was planted the other day with sugar beet. I put the cultivator on but I haven't put the front weight on because I've got some other jobs to do, so it didn't really warrant the front weight today. But I'm just going to clean this corner up because the 8RX was going to come in here but it would have made a mess. So I'll try and pull this bit about. It was like ex-sugar beet land. This is where we had the sugar beet pile from last year, and this bit's been planted with sugar beet, so I was going to try and clean all this bit up, level it out, and we were going to plant fodder beet in this corner. So if all goes well and we don't make too much of a mess, we can hopefully plant something in here before long. But it's really wet because of where the sugar beet was, and it's made like a real mess along here from where the wheeled loader was loading the sugar beet last year. So we'll see how we get on. Done a better job now. It's looking a little bit better, but it's just too wet at the moment, so leave this to dry out over the next few days, and then hopefully that'll dry up with some good weather. I've come away from the field we were just in, Hill House. We've just come down to the cow yard. There's my calves. We're going to cultivate this bit up because we'll plant this with grass this week, so we're going to drill it and then roll it with some grass. So I've got to cultivate it up before we do anything else. And they're thinking, what on earth is he up to with that cultivator today? Is he going to try and cultivate near us? What's he doing? What's he up to? Job we've done so far, so I'll try and do the rest of this little bit at the bottom, and then that should be the bit done. But just near the muck pile, it's gone a bit wet because obviously the way the muck's come out. I need to cart this muck out before long or do something with it. There's a few bits of concrete as well. I'll have to pick these out from when this was an old like silage pit or slurry pit. Come pick them up with the Manitou and the bucket, and other than that it's not too bad. There's a bit of silage wrap which has come up, and one of these, I haven't seen this in years. This is when I was a boy. I used to have a bow and arrow, and that's one of my arrows which I'd lost growing up. So the arrows had it. I think it must have been cultivated, but yeah, we used to have a bow and arrow. But fair, she's struggling today, the 6R 615. Could really do with a 215 on this job today, or a 250R. She's giving it everything she's got, so come on. Just slows up sometimes. I have to lift it up. She can't quite pull it through the harder bits, so I'll just flick that back up in a minute. You'll see it'll slow right up. There we go, lift that up. Just shut the door a minute. I like the door open to get a bit of fresh air in really, and to listen to the noise of the tractor. This one doesn't sound as good as my old tractor, the 6930 we used to have. I think that tractor used to struggle on this synchro though, the 6930. On this job you'd really want a 7530, I think, to get this pulled properly. I've done it now, and I'll try and get this planted over the next few days with some grass, and we'll put it in, roll it, let it grow up, and then we can put some sheep on here in the summertime, which will be quite handy. Or we could use it for, as I said before, like farm diversification. Put my shepherd's hut on here. You could have a log cabin on here if you wanted to do something different on the farm for farm diversification, because as we all know, farming's changing, and you'll make more of a living these days out of like tourism and providing holidays for people or a place to live, rather than farming at the moment with the way everything's going. You've got to have your eggs in different baskets. Keep ticking along with the farming and do something else, do some tourism, do some renewable energy, you know, do a little bit of everything, and it all helps to keep the place going. So I'll go off now. I've got another piece to go and do, and we'll leave this to dry out for a couple of days. So we've done a little bit more here on this. Is called Pitfield, and this was near where the sugar beet had gone in, and we've taken quite a big bit of this field out for bird cover mix, or you know, the David Attenborough stuff, helping the environment and all the rest of it. And to be fair, it pays better than growing the sugar beet, if I'm being totally honest. So this is where the beet came up to, and I put a couple of pegs in, and we're going to cultivate the rest of this up. But I've just had a shear bolt go, so I'll have to go and find some bolts. Put that marker back in as well. There's one of the legs has snapped. I think it was the middle one. I heard a bang anyway. That's it. Yeah, blast. It's been doing a really good job, but I've been pushing it hard, the cultivator, through here to do a good job, because we're going to put some grass in here. But downside is you will go through a few shear bolts, so I have to go get some from the workshop. I should have taken some with me, but I didn't realise that would go like that on this job. Anyway, it used to be like an old pit through here, an old sort of slurry pit, silage pit type of thing. And I've been picking up loads of rubbish from it, and I've put it over by that tree, and I'll come back and pick it up later on with the Gator or the Defender, and we'll put it in the bin, put in the rubbish in the bin. But there's a real low here where there was like an old pit, so we might get some soil and cover it all in. This never used to be a part of the farm, and we've made this over the last, probably over the last 15 years. We've brought this back into part of the field, so it's probably best. I did measure it out. It's about a hectare I've measured, which we brought back anyway. But yeah, before long we will be able to do something with it, but it just needs, we need the soil right, so we can pick all the rubbish out and make it tidy. You know, it's going to take a little while yet, but I'm doing a grand job today, the John Deere. Part of the farm as well here, where you could grow wheat. You could grow wheat on that. It's like heavier land. Neighbour through there actually grows wheat. They're repairing the leg, which is gone, so we'll put the new bolt on. The seagulls are having their fill. I mean, that's what this bit of land's for the David Attenborough work, environment stuff, so we'll take it to the yard anyway. Alright, so I forgot to shut one of the gates, just shut it on the way back. Yeah, tomorrow we've got some crushed concrete coming up for across the road where the round pen's gone up. I've been meaning to get the welder out as well today, but I thought I'd get these cultivating jobs done. The Gator broke down earlier as well, down at the marshes, so we've had to tow that home. It needs a new battery, new wiring loom. There's so many parts in that Gator which have got to be replaced. It's unbelievable, but we will wash it down, get it rebuilt. It's an electrical issue. I think it's the battery which has gone wrong, so yeah, we've got a bit of work to do on that. It's going to be a big job. So yeah, with that, thanks for watching, keep liking and subscribing. I hope you enjoy the good weather, and I'll catch you on the next one. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.